Welcome to Win English Lab. Let's begin.
Okay, real talk. Has anyone ever ruined their own life just by talking? Because, hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake.
And today we are getting into something that genuinely changed how I operate as a person. Like, this one idea shifted something in me.
And before anyone thinks this is going to be some dark, mysterious, become a secretive weirdo episode.
It's not, we promise. It's actually, weirdly, a very freeing concept.
So stick around. Things are going to get a little philosophical, a little personal, and I may or may not roast Anna for something she did 2 years ago.
Oh, we're doing that? Okay, fine. But I also have a story about Jake that...
Let's get into the episode. Let's just episode now.
Hey, English learners! Welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your cozy little place to learn easy English through real, everyday conversations. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake, and today's episode is a little different.
This is a B2 to C1 English listening challenge.
That means the conversation will feel natural, a little fast in places, and full of real expressions, strong opinions, stories, and advanced words.
Your challenge is simple. Try to follow the whole conversation first without stopping.
Don't worry if you miss a few words. That's normal.
Listen for the main idea, the emotion, the stories, and the words that keep coming back.
Later, in Word Tour, we'll slow down the most important words from today's conversation and explain them clearly.
And before we continue, we just want to say thank you.
Truly, we're so thankful for the wonderful response you've shown to English Leap Answer Builder.
It makes us really happy to know that it's helping you build longer, warmer, and more natural answers in English.
And to anyone who is new to our channel, English Leap Answer Builder is a practical PDF handbook that helps you turn those short answers into fuller, more confident answers step by step. It helps you add a little more feeling, reason, and detail so your English sounds more like real conversation.
And we wanted to make it easy to access. If you're already an English Leap Club member, it's included in your membership.
And if you only want the Answer Builder, you can get it separately too.
The link is below in the description. And now, let's come back to today's challenge.
First, just listen. Challenge yourself.
At the end, give yourself a score. Did you understand 50%, 70%, 90%, or almost everything?
Ready? Let's begin.
All right. So the topic today is something I keep seeing come up everywhere, in psychology, in ancient philosophy, in stoicism even, and business strategy. And it's this idea: never share your plans before you execute them.
Which on the surface sounds almost antisocial, right? Like keep everything to yourself, don't trust anyone.
That's what I thought at first, but the more I sat with it, the more I realized, oh, this isn't about secrecy. It's about protecting the energy of your own goals.
So let's start with why we even tell people our plans, because we all do it.
We absolutely do.
Someone gets a new idea, a business, a fitness goal, a creative project, and the first thing they want to do is tell someone. Why is that?
I think it's because we are wired for connection. We want people to be excited with us. We want to share the moment of possibility.
Right. The dream is at its most beautiful right when it's born. It's untouched. It's perfect.
That's poetic, Jake.
I have my moments.
But here's the thing, and this is where it gets interesting. There's a psychological phenomenon called substitution. And what it basically says is when you tell someone your plan and they respond positively, when they say, "Oh my God, that's amazing, you should totally do that," your brain registers that social reward, and it can actually reduce the motivation to follow through.
Say that again, because that's wild.
Your brain gets a taste of the win through the telling, and it partially satisfies the goal. You've already gotten a reward without doing the work.
So we're literally talking ourselves out of our own dreams.
By announcing them. Yes.
That's insane.
It is very insane. And there's research around this idea, too, that when people publicly share intentions, the social reward can sometimes weaken the follow-through.
So the announcement becomes the achievement.
In our heads? Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, I need to tell a story.
Please.
So, and I'm not proud of this, in 2021, I decided I was going to write a book.
Oh, no.
I told everyone, my family, my friends. I made an Instagram story about it. I had a whole aesthetic mood board.
The mood board.
I spent more time on the mood board than on the actual book. And I think I wrote like 3 paragraphs.
3 paragraphs in what, 6 months?
4 months.
Oh, Jake.
But I'm telling you, in my head, I felt like a writer. I had told people I was writing a book. People were asking me about it. I was living in the identity without doing the work. And then the pressure of the expectation started to feel exhausting, and I just quietly let it die.
And that's the danger. The announcement creates 2 problems. It gives you the dopamine hit too early, and then it adds a layer of performance anxiety that makes the whole thing feel like a chore
Instead of a passion.
instead of a passion.
The moment you announce a dream, you risk turning it into a deadline.
And deadlines can kill joy.
That one hurts.
It should, because it's not just about books or businesses. It happens with fitness goals, English goals, career plans, creative ideas, anything that feels exciting before it becomes real.
You announce it, people react, and suddenly the dream has pressure.
It has an audience.
And sometimes the audience arrives before the dream has roots.
That is the problem. Okay, but here's the other side of this. Let's say you do tell people. Let's say you share your plan. What happens next?
You get opinions.
Oh, you get so many opinions.
Opinions you did not ask for.
From people who have never done what you're trying to do.
So basically, unsolicited opinions.
Exactly. Unsolicited means nobody asked for them, but somehow they still arrive.
Your uncle at dinner who has never left his hometown is suddenly an expert on your career pivot.
Have you thought about the risks, though?
It's a tough market out there.
I just want to make sure you've really thought this through.
And the thing is, none of these people are evil. They're not trying to sabotage you.
No, most of them genuinely think they're helping.
But what happens when you hear enough of those doubts?
They get inside your head. You start second-guessing yourself. You start running simulations of failure that you weren't running before.
The doubt becomes a seed.
And doubt is very good at growing in the dark.
Okay, can I bring in an image here?
Please, yes.
Imagine your plan is a campfire. When it's just you and the fire, you can build it carefully, protect it from the wind, feed it at the right pace.
I love where this is going.
But the moment you tell everyone about the fire, a bunch of people show up with their own opinions. Some of them mean well, but they're throwing wet logs on it. Some are skeptics, blowing the flame sideways, and some are just standing too close and using up the oxygen.
And suddenly, the fire that needed protection has become a group discussion.
A very stressful group discussion.
Have you considered a backup flame?
My cousin had a flame once. Didn't work out.
That is painfully real.
But that's what happens. When a plan is still small, too many people around it can weaken it.
Especially because in the early stage, you don't have proof yet. You don't have results. It's all still theory.
And theory is hard to defend against doubt.
Let's also talk about the uncomfortable part.
Go on.
Not everyone is rooting for you in a clean, simple way.
I know we want to believe that everyone in our life wants the best for us, and consciously, maybe they do, but unconsciously, success in others can trigger something in people. It's not always malice, it's human.
It's called comparisonitis.
Is that a medical term?
It should be. It's that thing where someone else's progress makes you suddenly hyper-aware of your own stagnation. And sometimes, even without meaning to, people will say things that subtly dim your light because their own flame feels small.
Oh, you're starting a business? Isn't that really hard right now with the economy?
Are you sure you're qualified for that?
I mean, I guess you could try.
And sometimes it's not even words. It's a look. It's a half-second pause before they respond. That's cool that doesn't quite land.
The energy.
And you feel it. You know when someone isn't fully in your corner, and if you've already told them your plan, that energy lives with you now.
Rent-free.
Completely rent-free. Okay, I want to share something that actually happened to me. About 3 years ago, I wanted to leave my stable job and go freelance. I was terrified, but I was excited, and I made the mistake of announcing it before I had a single client lined up.
Wait, you announced a freelance career before having clients?
I knew you were going to say that.
Anna, that wasn't a lunch. That was a live panel discussion with Rice.
It really was.
You basically walked into the room and handed everyone a microphone.
I did, and that is the point.
This is the roast I promised, by the way.
Thank you for keeping your promise,
I believe in follow-through.
unlike your book.
That was unnecessary.
Fair.
Continue.
I told my family over a Sunday lunch, and within 10 minutes, I had heard every possible version of, but what about your benefits? What will you do for health insurance? The freelance market is so unstable. And my personal favorite,
What?
you know most freelancers go back to regular jobs within a year.
Ouch.
Ouch! And these were people who loved me. But I left that Sunday lunch feeling like I had made the worst decision of my life. I almost didn't do it.
But you did.
I did, and it worked out. But I spent months fighting those voices in my head, voices that I invited in by talking too soon.
And if you'd gotten your first 2 clients, built a small portfolio, and then announced it?
The whole conversation would have been different. I would have had proof, and more importantly, I would have had momentum that no one could shake.
Because you wouldn't have been asking people to believe in a plan.
I would have been showing them something already moving.
That's a very different conversation.
The plan may have been right, but the timing was wrong.
Tell them what you did, not what you planned to do.
Results speak in a language that doubt can't translate.
But I have to push back a little bit,
Good, I was waiting for it.
because I don't fully buy the idea that we should keep our goals private.
Okay, tell me why.
Because sometimes telling someone is the reason we actually do the thing. If I tell a close friend, I'm going to the gym 3 times this week, that can actually help me follow through.
It can.
No, really. If I keep everything private, I might just quietly quit and nobody would know.
That is fair.
So when people say, never share your plans, I worry it can become an excuse, like, I'm protecting my energy, but actually I'm avoiding responsibility.
That is a good challenge.
Because not all silence is discipline. Sometimes silence is hiding.
Yes, and I think that is where we need to be careful. This episode is not saying never let anyone support you. That would be unhealthy.
Good.
The real question is not simply, should I share or stay silent? The better question is, who am I sharing with and what do I want from them?
That is more honest.
Because sharing with one trusted person who will help you follow through can be useful. That is accountability.
But posting day 1 of my fitness journey to everyone online is different.
Very different.
Because most people who like the post are not going to check on day 12.
They may not even remember day 1.
So the post gives you validation, not accountability.
Yes, and validation is not the same thing.
Because the followers who like it have no stake in whether you actually do it.
None. Zero. They'll double tap and forget. But your brain got its hit.
But if you tell your one friend who's also a runner who's going to text you on Tuesday and say, "Did you go?"
That's different. That's a support structure, not a performance.
So it's not about secrecy, it's about selectivity.
Yes, and I think that's the reframe that makes this whole idea feel less isolating. You're not keeping secrets from the world because you don't trust anyone. You're protecting your energy and choosing your circle carefully.
But how do you know the difference?
Between what?
Between protecting your dream and just hiding because you're afraid.
That is the question.
Because I can imagine someone saying, "I'm not sharing this because I'm being strategic." But really, they are afraid of being seen trying.
Yes, and I think the difference is action.
Say more.
If you are quiet and still taking small steps, that is protection.
And if you are quiet and doing nothing?
That may be hiding.
Oof.
I know. But it's useful. Silence should not become a comfortable room where the dream slowly disappears.
So the test is my silence protecting action or replacing action?
That's it. If you are working quietly, learning quietly, building quietly, silence is serving the dream. But if you are using silence to avoid risk forever, then silence has become fear with better branding.
Fear with better branding is painfully accurate.
And we all do it sometimes.
So maybe the healthy version is keep the plan quiet, but keep the work visible to yourself.
Yes. Keep evidence. Track your progress. Tell one trusted person if you need accountability. Don't disappear from the work.
That closes the loop for me.
Good. So the message is not never share anything with anyone.
It's more like don't give your early plans to the wrong crowd too soon.
Share with the right people at the right time for the right reason.
And most importantly, keep taking action.
Because you don't owe anyone a preview of the person you're becoming.
Some parts of your growth are allowed to be private.
You can build quietly.
And when the work is ready, it will speak for itself. All right, that was the challenge part. Before we explain the words, give yourself a quick score.
Did you understand 50%, 70%, 90%, or almost everything?
Now let's slow down the strongest words from today's conversation.
This is Word Tour,